Hello friends, welcome to my channel. This is Charan. In this video I will show you in MVC using web API how to send email to a Gmail account. And here we got the output of that code. Notice we got the header tags, the two headers, subject, and this is a body. So we have not changed the label, so don't worry about that. And we got a button control. Now let's add the email ID I want to send to charan3k@gmail.com. I want to send a mail to this email ID and a subject, hello Charan. This is test mail sending using MVC web API. This is a message I want to send to this charan3k@gmail.com ID. Before send this mail, let's open my Gmail account. And after I logged my Gmail account, the charan3k@gmail.com, let's send the email. Send mail. See, here we got a message, the mail has been sent to this charan3k@gmail.com. Let's check. And here we got the mail from aaronrupi.in, which is our from address. Let's open the email. This is a subject, hello Charan, and the body is, this is test mail sending using MVC web API. If you are a first time visitor to my channel, please subscribe to get the latest updates. For this video tutorial, I am creating a new web API application. Go to File, New, Project, and from the web templates I am selecting ASP.NET Web Application, and the .NET Framework I am using 4.6.1. The application name is Send Mail using Web API is a project name. Click OK. And from the templates I'm selecting Web API. Click OK. And the project is created successfully. Let's close this default window. Open Solution Explorer. Now in this project, first I'm adding a class in this models folder. Right click the models folder, add class. Let's give the name for the class, which is the email class. Click add. And here we got our email class. Now in this class I'm just defining the public properties. Public string. The first property is a to get set. Public string subject get set. And the last one, public string, I'm adding the body get set. So after adding the properties in this email class, next open Solution Explorer. Now in this controllers folder, I'm adding the new API controller. Right click the controllers folder, add, go to controller, and select the web API to controller empty, add. The controller name is email. Click add. And here we got our controller. Now in this controller, first I'm adding the namespaces for the models using the project name send mail web API dot the models folder. And the next one, I'm adding the namespace to send an email using system.net.mail. Now in this email controller, I'm adding the public HTTP action result. Send mail is a method. Now in the send mail method, I'm adding the class name email class. EC is an object. String subject is equals to ec dot subject string body is equals to ec dot body string the to address is equals to ec dot to. The next step, I'm adding the mail message class. Mail message is equals to new mail message semicolon. Now let's add the properties of mail message. Dot the from address from is equals to new mail address. I'm adding the arandrupi.in@gmail.com. This is my email ID. I want to send the mails from this address. Add method. Now in this add method, I'm adding this string to semicolon dot subject is equals to subject dot body is equals to body dot is body html is equals to false. After adding the mail message class, now next add the smtp client. smtp is an object is equals to new smtp client. Now in this smtp client, I'm adding the Gmail host, which is the smtp.gmail.com. This is the host name for the smtp for Gmail. The next one is smtp.default use default credentials is equals to true. smtp dot the port number is 587 for the Gmail. smtp dot enable SSL is equals to true. Now the next one is smtp dot credentials is equals to new system.net dot network credential. In this network credential method, I'm adding two parameters. One is my Gmail ID and the password. The Gmail ID which I want to send mails, the same one with the from address. Let's add this one here, comma, and the password. The password is your Gmail account password. smtp dot send method, we are sending the message, the data coming from the mail message and the last one, our return OK method. Now before adding the MVC controller, we require the web API URL. So let's browse this Google Chrome. And here we got the output of that application. It's showing the default home page. Now we require the web API. So after the domain name, the host name /API /. Let's add the web API controller name, which is an email. Copy this one. I'm adding the API controller name email. Enter. And here we got the results of this web API URL. It's showing some error. The request resource does not support HTTP method GET, because we are posting the data, we are sending the mail. Don't worry about this error message. We just require this URI, web URI. Now let's switch back to the coding part. Stop debugging. Now the next step, go to Solution Explorer. Now in the same controllers folder, right click the controllers, add controllers, and this time I'm adding MVC file controller empty, add. Let's give the meaningful name for the MVC controller. Gmail send is my controller name. Add. And here we got our controller Gmail send. Now first I'm adding the namespaces using my project name is sendmail.modals. After that I'm using HTTP client to consume the web API, so I require the namespace using system.net.http. Now let's write the coding part. We are posting the data, so we require the sim index, action result index. Add the HTTP post. Now in this index method I'm adding the class name email class EC, HTTP client class, HC is equals to new HTTP client, HC dot base address is equals to new URI. The URI takes the parameter string, which is URI string. Now between double quotes, let's add our web URI, the path, semicolon. After we adding the web URI, let's consume variable consume web API is equals to HC dot post as JSON async. Now the T type I'm adding my email class. Make sure don't give any gaps here. The method takes two parameters. The first one is a string request URI. So string is double quotes. The request URI, the API controller name, which is the email, comma, the email class value. This object email class value is our object EC, semicolon, consume web API dot wait method. After consume the web API, now let's send the email. Variable send mail is equals to consume web API dot result. If send mail dot is success status code. Now in this if condition, if the mail has been sent successfully, I want to display the message. For that I'm using viewback.message is equals to the mail has been sent to EC dot the to address dot toString method. That's it, we have consumed the web API in this MVC controller. Now we require the action result index view page. But before adding the view page to this project, we must build the application first. Build solution. And here we got a message, build succeeded. Let's close this output message box. Now highlight the index method, right click the mouse, add view, the template I'm selecting empty, the model class, which is the email class. Click add, and here we got our index view page also. The first thing, I'm changing the title send mail to Gmail account using web API. After that, I'm adding center tag. The closing center tag I'm adding below the header tags. Let's change the headers. Send mail using MVC web API to Gmail account. MVC web API tutorials. Horizontal line. After the horizontal line, add using html.beginForm method. Now in this beginForm method, the first parameter I am adding my view page, which is the index, comma, and the second one, the string controller name between double quotes. I'm adding my MVC controller name, which is a Gmail send, comma, form method dot post, comma, new nctyp is equals to multipart / form data. Now let's add the table. I'm adding border for the table is equals to 1 tr. I'm adding td 2. The next td, I'm adding the text box control at html dot text box for model dot, I'm adding the to property. Well, let's copy this one. The subject, text box for model 2. I'm adding the subject property, and the last one I'm adding the body to body, and this one the text box, instead of text box for, I'm adding the text area for comma new. I'm adding the HTML attributes, rows is equals to 13, comma, and columns is equals to 25, and the last td, I'm adding the button control to send an email. Input type is equals to submit, value is equals to send mail. And the final step, after send the mail, I want to display the message. For that we have used in the controller viewback.message. Let's call this viewback.message. h1, between h1 tag I'm adding @ viewback.message. That's it, we have done the complete coding part. Now before run this application, the most important, we have to change the controller name. Open Solution Explorer. In the project there is a app_start folder, expand that one. Notice there is a route config.cs file, open that one. And see here the controller is a home, which is a default one. Let's delete that home and add our MVC controller name, which is a Gmail send. Copy that one and paste here. And the action is the index view page only, which is this one. That's it, we have done the complete coding part. Let's open Google Chrome, and here we got the output of that code. Notice we got the header tags, the two headers, subject, and this is a body, so we have not changed the label, so don't worry about that. And we got a button control. Now let's add the email ID I want to send to charan3k@gmail.com. I want to send a mail to this email ID, and a subject, hello Charan. This is test mail sending using MVC web API. This is a message I want to send to this charantrika@gmail.com ID. Before send this mail, let's open my Gmail account. And after I logged my Gmail account, the charantrika@gmail.com, let's send the email. Send mail. See, here we got a message, the mail has been sent to this charantrika@gmail.com. Let's check. And here we got the mail from aaronrupi.in, which is our from address. Let's open the email. This is a subject, hello Charan, and the body is, this is test mail sending using MVC web API. And one more important point is, if you are facing an error, the authentication failed 5.5.1, at the end of this video tutorial you'll get a link how to fix that